I met a gypsy.
But going to the pro ranks, like with Hayden, like, you know, like I said, his is loud. I mean, I don't care. I'll talk about it. Like, this is his year. His contract's up, man. Like, you don't think we strategize this? You don't think I don't know, like, the game and how the system works, you know? And we have a ton of respect for KTM, man. They picked him up. Mike Sleater was the one who sponsored Hayden on Orange Brigade the first time when he was on a Cobra. They said, yeah, we want to pick him up, and he had to race the KTM, or he went to the KTM 50, and he's been with KTM since he's been a little kid. I respect that. I honor that. You know, I respect that they've helped us this many years, 100%. But, you know, like I've told them, I've told everyone, I'm going to put Hayden in the best place possible to win a championship. And that's what everyone's in this for, right? So what do championships do? They sell bikes. Well, what do the factories want? They want to sell more bikes. Like, that's what the job is. So at the end of the day, I think Hayden Deegan has sold a lot of dirt bikes. I don't know. Yeah, in the last few years, I think he's right. So, man, I feel like that. I get it. People help amateurs all through their career for one day to have this payoff. One day they're going to race pro and they could win a championship and they're going to sell dirt bikes for us. Let's be honest. That's what the job is. That's what it's all about. You know, so I think, like, you know, there's a new generation right now. We do social media now that just came around in the last, you know, decade, and kids are selling dirt bikes now earlier than the pro ranks. So, you know, like Hayden, I feel like he sold some dirt bikes to some kids over the years. Some kids have bought KTMs because they have watched the YouTube channel or watched the social media, and I think we have done our part. I think we've done our part. I've invested a lot of money in that social to help our sponsors benefit, and you know, and so I think that helps when we go to make a decision of what team to race for in the future. I think, you know, I can't look back at it like, well, we helped you all these times to get this payoff at the end of the road. I think we've been patting each other on the back the whole way, man. Like, I don't want to sound like rude or, you know, this, that, but I think we've done our fair share, and I respect people who have helped us along the way. But like I said, where would you go right now if you want to win a lights championship?
Star Yamaha.
So what do we do?
Go to Star Yamaha.
I know. Like,
Thor,
I did.
Monster. Fast as fuck bike.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, I love KTM. I love what they've done for us. You know, I want to be there. We want to be there. 100%. That's it. Like, so, and Hayden does. Hayden's like, I asked Hayden, I'm like, what do you think, man? I go, can you win? Like, you think you could win on Husky, Gas, KTM? Because that's where you're at. He looked at me, he's like, yeah, I think I can win. I think I could win on that bike. And I'm like, all right, man. Like, that's what I want to hear it, man, because you're the one riding it, not me, dude. And so these are serious conversations, man. I've invested a lot in this, in our racing world, in this career. And at the end of the day, yeah, we enjoyed the ride, but like, I wanted to see my kid win a championship, dude. And if you know, if they can provide that, cool, let's do it, man. I'm all in. So, and that's the tough road we're at right now. You know? And I know they can do it, bro. They do it in the 450 class, man. They kick ass in the 450 class.
Yeah, the KTM. You can win on a KTM. You can win on a KTM. You can win on a Honda. You can win on a Kawasaki, and you can win on a Yamaha. I will say, like, my personal. Have you ever ridden the YZ250F?
No.
Dude, that bike's ridiculous. Like,
it's the only bike I haven't ridden. Yeah,
dude. You should just.
It's the only bike I haven't ridden.
Dude. They're really good. Like, really, really good. So I ride KTM. I got a KTM 350. Like, that's what I own. But yeah, I would 100% get a KTM, a YZ 250F as well. They're a really great bike. There's a reason why that team has done so well. That they just, every now and again, man, a manufacturer just nails a motorcycle, and that was it.
So how long do you think that's gonna last?
Who knows? You know what I mean? Like, did they just get lucky? Because no one's been able to win on the 450, but that 250, like, that 250 is honestly, like, the best I've ever ridden a motorcycle was in New Zealand on a stock YZF 250 that Townley gave me. And like, I was blown away when I rode it. I was like, holy shit, this bike's crazy good. And I'm not that good of a rider, you know what I mean? So, but I mean, you get to that factory level. I don't think that, I mean, they can really do anything, like depending on the lane that you're in. You know, you're on a factory KTM team. I think you guys are in, like, this is one of my questions for you, that I would love to know is like, I wondered if you would have even said like, we kind of don't need a factory team. Like we could, I'm sure you could get a factory bike and you could get factory shit and you could run, you know, Deegan 38 and you could have Dax as his teammate and you could run the program and build a program around him. Or you could take your pick of the best team. Like I wondered genuinely what you'd do, but I've thought about that whole team thing and doing it yourself, and it's like, I don't know, maybe it's not the move. Maybe it is the move to just like go, hey, I've done what I can for 15 years, and Roger DaCosta, you seem to know what you're doing. Mitch Payton, you seem to know what you're doing. Tyler Keefe, you seem to know what you're doing. You know, here you go. Here's this kid that, you know, make him into a champion. I've done my best. Or you try and keep control. Like, I don't know. You guys you're in a unique position where like you don't even need a ride.
Yeah, you know, we've built a lot of relationships over the years, and you know, Chad Reed's done it. He's done his own team, you know, and I've thought about that. You know, what if we could bring Ford into the sport? What if we, you know, did a Ford, you know, say Monster Ford, you know, all the sponsors. We have a lot of relationships, you know, a lot of people that probably would come on board and bring a lot of, you know, endemic outside sponsors to the sport. It'd probably be a good thing. But I always think too, do I really need that another thing on my plate? Do I need another deal like on my plate when I could just say, okay, we did our work. Now it's time for me to kick back and, well, you know, watch from the stands, from a suite, and watch my kid race for a team if that happens, you know? And trust me, all those things go through my head. But I'm like,
dude, for sure.
I don't know, man. I appreciate what people have done to me. I try to have loyalty, but then again, I'm a realist too, man. Like I know if my kid doesn't do good for 2 years, he's gone. Yeah. Like I get it, dude. Like I see, you know, like there ain't no secret to it. Yeah. Like, so, but I think, you know, I don't know. Trust me, we're at a gnarly crossroads, dude. Yeah. And you know, Monster's been great to me. I was their first.
That's your big
athlete.
problem.
Like,
that's your big
big problem.
That's your dude. Big problem, dude. So you go to. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You go to Star Yamaha. You keep Monster. You keep Thor. That's one of the impressive things about you. I think that like if you don't know you at all, and if you got like no connection, but all you've got is you can look back at this timeline of photos of Brian Deegan, you're like, this motherfucker's had the same sponsors for 20 years. Like that's a hallmark of like a person that's good to deal with. So I think like I bank that information. So when I'm playing out this scenario of like the whole Dangerboy deal, it's like, all right, they're probably not going to drop Monster. That's probably going to fuck with the KTM deal. And then, you know, you go to Star Yamaha, you don't have to drop Monster, you don't have to drop Thor, but you lose the relationship with KTM. I will say, like, from my own personal dealings, the connection that you can have to the factory with KTM is pretty incredible. Like you know, you talk to Roger DaCosta, then Roger DaCosta's on the phone to Matagoffin, you know, and they're just like, they know they can do what you want to do. Like to be on a Yamaha, like even me as a KTM owner, like I own a KTM 350, I can text Tyler Keefe and be like, hey dude, what should I do here? Like he's my homie. I feel like a connection, and I know that he's super connected to like the factory. I feel like I'm actually a part of the family of KTM, and I got access. Like Yamaha, dude, like who the fuck is Mr. Yamaha? Like, you know what I mean?
100%, dude. And that all goes through my head, and I'm, like I said, at a gnarly crossroads. You know, a lot of time and money invested in my kid to make it as a pro in the sport, and you can't skip the lights class, dude. You don't just get to go to 450. Like, you have to go through those 3 to 5 years of lights. And so, man, like I said, I put it on the table. Where do you put the kid to win a championship?
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.